Hi guys, this is Vishal here. I'm here with sixth video in this series. What we are going to do today is to try execute a CoreSync backup job from Windows PowerShell so that you can go and automate. Once if you are able to execute this, you can schedule it in either task manager or either any kind of job server. So let's go into it, but before running it I want to tell you a few things. That you need to make sure that your PowerShell extension on which this job is supposed to run should have the latest PowerShell extension, which is 3.0. Prior to it, it will not run. It will give you an error. So how you can go and check this, that if you have the latest version or not, you have to just type get host. Once you do it, you can see here that version is 3.0. that should be the version, and for the same sake I am using now in this video Sitecore 7.1 as my source, whereas my Sitecore 7 local as target, which is just opposite from earlier series of blog. Why it is? Because in case of this machine or this instance Sitecore 7 local, this is basically PowerShell 2.8 version, because of which I am not able to execute my remote things from here. We have posted this error to Adam. Let's see when he can come up with a fix on this 7.0 versions case. But for now, let's go and execute our demo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that my script which is going to execute from remote should exist from this in my source system from where my script is going to execute. So what I'll go and do is I'll just say open, and this this CoreSync tool, whenever it go and install it, also go and create a library under your PowerShell extensions library. You can see the script library CoreSync and sync core backup function, as we have seen in earlier video. You have to make sure that this should be intact and this should be comment out. Once it is done, next thing you need to do is basically you need to go and download the remoting file. You can go and download this remoting file from the GitHub, which is under this path. This is your library path, and under that remoting would be the folder, and you can go and download this. I have already downloaded this file from GitHub, and I have stored it in my local machine. Let me show you. Yep, this is my local machine, and you should allow this if it is blocked. In case you can go and allow it by here. If it shows you block, you have to just unblock it. Second thing which you need to do, make sure that your remote you should have an execution policy signed as remote sign, so that you are able to execute the script. This script basically contains remoting functions, which is coming from the PowerShell extension itself. This remoting file is basically of version 3.0. You should be using it as it is written here. So if tomorrow if versions got incremented, then you have to just change this files, and you have to carry on this code which is below. What it does is basically it go and try to find out our script library. From script library, try to find out our function which we have stored there, which is this one. You can, so if I select open, yeah, so you can see that this is our script. And what you need to do is you need to pass few parameters, fill the parameters. So as you can see, it is our script path, which is in master DB, and this should be the source system path, and I am using now in this video Sitecore 7.1 as my source, which is Sitecore 7.1. version and Sitecore 7 local as my target, which is Sitecore 7.0. Items are same, which is AutoHorse website I'm using here, and all other parameters have been explained nicely in this thing, in this script. Let me go and quickly execute it for you. But just last thing before executing, just to tell you what is the data we have. So in this data in 7.1 we have about AutoHorse as text and we have AutoHorse as simple. Let's go and check what we have in case of our local, or basically our target. And it's again the same, it looks like same, and here too it is same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify this, let's say 1.0, and I'm modifying basically in my target. So if new data comes from source, this should overwrite. Basically it's not going to overwrite as I'm going to choose a create version, which means that new version will come up but old data will still persist in my old version. Let's go and do this. This thing. It's running, and yes, it has run successfully. I can see here. Let's go and check the data. The total process has been run less than 3 seconds. Yep, it's basically in 3.6 seconds. Let's go and check the data. So here this data should now be in my target system, which is about AutoHorse, and this should be updated in new versions. If I go into Flash, I can see that it's got updated. If I go to versions, I can see it has now second version, and it's the same thing, it has gone updated here also, and I can check it out here, it also has the second version. This is how you can go and execute this CoreSync backup tool from remoting, and if you have this capability, you can go and automate it, basically using some kind of a scheduler, be it Windows task scheduler or be or some kind of other scheduling job server or anything. That's it from this video. I have tell you how to automate this thing. Let's wait for next video where I'm going to tell you how to restore your content. Till here what we have explained is only and only keeping your data sync from one system to another, or either through Wizard or either through Powershell extension or either through remoting or automating it. Next is only how to restore the content back to the source system. Thanks for watching this. We'll wait for next video.